welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 1 of the reading rush, which is a readathon. I am participating all week. You will be watching this vlog at the end of it, so it will be over. Hopefully you saw my TBR, but I'll go through it very quickly. I have My Sister the Serial Killer, I have The Smell of Other People's Houses, and I also have Mexican Gothic. And I'm actually excited about all of these to see which prompts they fulfill and stuff like that. Definitely either stay tuned or go back and watch my TBR video. But currently I am reading One to Watch by Kate Stayman London, which wasn't on my official TBR, but I'm buddy reading this with Allie from Mrs. Dunn Reads, and I read so much of this yesterday, over 250 pages, I think around like the 270 page mark. It's just completely bingeable. I'm doing a total spoiler vlog of this, so if it's already up on my channel, I'll link it down below. If it's not, just like stay tuned and it will be coming soon. It is extremely hot today here in Virginia Beach. Well, I'm right outside of Virginia Beach, but in this part of the world, yesterday was a record-breaking temperature of 102, and today it's supposed to be 114, so we love that. I did make my coffee this morning. That was one of the vlog challenges, and vlog challenge number 2 is to match your outfit to one of your books. I chose the color black to wear, so it looks really good with this. It looks really good with this. And the one that I actually think I'm going to read today, this one, it actually has like a black background of the actual book. So that's the book. Their challenge is to share a bookish like memory with you. So I'll do that a little bit later, but I want to get to reading. That's what this week is all about. So I'm going to do that and I'll check in with you guys later. Good morning, friends. It is day 2 of the reading rush and I just woke up. So I wanted to give you yesterday's reading update. So I read the last part of One to Watch by, what's her name again? Kate Stayman London, and I rated this 5 out of 5 stars. So I read 138 pages of this. I'm not going to go too much into details, my thoughts and all of that, because I did a spoiler vlog which will go up at the beginning of next month. So at the beginning of August sometime, my spoiler vlog of this will go up. So if you're interested in my thoughts, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, stick around, become part of the fam, and then you'll know when that gets posted. I continued with My Sister the Serial Killer, and I still do not know how to say the author's name. I looked it up specifically and I tried to say it and I still butcher it and I can't get it right, but hopefully one day. I only read 90 pages of this, so between 138 pages of that, 90 pages of this, I read like 228 pages yesterday, which is good. I could have read more, but my evening didn't go as planned. So I was setting up my little photo shoot over there on the couch, how I normally do, and I brought in this other lamp, that tall standing lamp right there, and it is a top heavy lamp. Like the glass globe part of it is extremely heavy. Well, I'm sitting there getting ready to take my picture and the lamp attacks me. It falls and hits me on the back of the neck right here, and I literally started crying. It hurt so bad. There's the lamp that assaulted me right there. Anyway, I finished My Sister the Serial Killer, and let me show you that one to remind you. I ended up rating this 3.5 stars, but I bumped it up on Goodreads to 4 stars. Also included, since my journal came with like some duplicate pages, I just inserted this page into my journal for my books and my ratings. Good morning, friends. It is day 3 of the reading rush, and I thought I would just sit out here, drink my coffee, update you on what happened yesterday. So I did finish My Sister the Serial Killer. I rated it 3.5 stars, rounded up to 4. I started The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. It actually is pretty cool. It has this nice little title page, and then it has a list of people. Let's see, cast of key characters. And then it also has a really cool map, which I never knew. This was one of my most anticipated releases of 2016, and I haven't read it, which is insane. And sadly, I started it yesterday. I made it 36 pages in, and what can I say? I'm not bored. It's interesting, it's good, but it's just one of those slower type of books. I decided to temporarily DNF that, and I thought I would start a Mexican Gothic. Hello friends, I thought I would check in with you. I did finish filming the Race to Read book tag. I'm currently in the pre-editing process. When I do book tags, I like to do pop in the question just in case I fumble it, which I've been known to do. All right, friends, I just got in a very exciting package. I ordered my favorite Route 11 potato chips, and the box is here, and I just wanted to unbox it and show you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have chips for days. So yeah, I actually ordered these from the manufacturer's website because it was so much more expensive on Amazon. My favorite chips! Good morning, campers. It is day 4 and I'm in the process of making my morning coffee. Book update time. I literally just woke up, so I know I look ratchet. We're gonna excuse that. Reading update time. So I was reading The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I got 36 pages into it, and I wasn't feeling it for this readathon. It's a good story. I'm interested. I'm just not interested right now. So I moved on to Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I read 36 pages of this. I fell asleep. I woke up. I read a little bit more. I made it to page 9, or chapter, I should say, 9. Where is that? Yeah, here. So I read a total of 94, 93 pages. And then yesterday I finished and I started something new. I really wanted to stick to my TBR, but I just don't feel like putting myself in a slump. I looked at my TBR shelf and I was looking at my book of the month books, and I'm like, what am I in the mood for? And then I realized something. I rated this book 2 out of 5 stars because when I think classic horror, I don't think this. And I really enjoyed the beginning part of this story that had those creepy, unsettling vibes. She's going to this house and she's getting these weird feelings. And the actual thing is happening. And I'm just like, do I have to finish this book? Can I just put it down? Can I DNF it? But I'm like, no, let's just finish it. You can do it. So while I was reading this, I also painted my nails. I did my bullet journal spreads for August, and I was just distracted. I'd read a little bit, do something else, read a little bit, do something else. My husband would be talking to me. I had stuff going on in the background. I just wasn't caring. I've read this kind of story, well, I've watched this type of story before, and I think that it just, maybe because I was reading it, it wasn't as scary, and maybe that's the thing with horror with me. Like, I've tried a few horror books now, and I'm never scared. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I decided to pick up the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. And I am so excited about this, you guys. It was between a couple of different books that I was thinking about picking up. And I still have books that I'm reading that I started before the readathon. And I'm like, why did I do this to myself? But like, also, why am I trying to rush to read them? Like, you know, like I have my whole life to finish those books. And like, I'm in the mood for this right now. Well, a couple. And so I said, let me try the writing, because that's the thing. Oh, look at this, how beautiful, by the way. I started reading the author's note, which I think is very important to the story, the prologue, and I was hooked. I was like, yes, please. Good morning, friends. I'm up super early today. It is 5 a.m. So I just spent some time filling out my day 4 stats page. I only read 163 pages yesterday, but I'm really enjoying this book. Good morning, friends. It is day 6 of the reading rush, and I was just updating my journal really quickly. For today, I put in what book I'm reading, I answer the question, I put the date at the top, I do my little reading session here at the bottom, and then I just journal wherever I'm starting for the day so I can keep track of my page count. Okay, so I just wanted to run down very quickly what I've read so far and my star rating, because things have changed a little bit, and I did update this page in my journal to reflect that. So I actually started the readathon finishing up One to Watch. I rated this 5 stars. Next up I read My Sister the Serial Killer, and I rated this 3 stars. So originally I rated it 3.5, and then I bumped it up to a 4, but I decided it's more of a 3. Then I have decided to DNF The Smell of Other People's Houses, and then I moved on to Mexican Gothic, which I rated 2 stars, and then the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I finished this last night. Really, really liked it. It's a 4 stars though, not quite a 5, but so close. I'm reading The X by Alifair Burke, and that's like my maiden name, so that's really cool. But here she is right here. If I happen to finish this, I might just go into what I was reading before the readathon started. So that's the update, and yeah, that's about it for now. The last day of the reading rush, and I made great progress on The X yesterday. I finished it. I'm gonna turn to Tell Me Your Secret by Dorothy Comson. It's right here on my Kindle, if you can see right there. I am only 28% into that, so I'm gonna try to do that today. I'm gonna read some of that, but I also need to charge this, I just realized. And then I also have these babysitters clubs to finish. I have 3 of them to finish, so I'm gonna try to do that. I'm probably gonna try to read these rather than this, so I can actually keep track of how many pages I read. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to read as much of this as I can. I should be able to finish all of these if I really like, you know, concentrate. But like I said, I have other things going on today. But I'll save this for next week, or starting tomorrow basically, when I'm not keeping track of my page count, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna be reading these. Hi friends, I'm here for my final reading rush vlog update. It is actually Monday today, so the readathon ended yesterday, but I finished my book pretty late at night. I didn't really want to film looking ready for bed, so I thought I would jump on this morning and go ahead and finish out the reading rush 2020 for you. So this year I did use my reading journal to keep track of my reading, and I plan to do a flip through of this at the very end of this video. So if you're interested in what it looks like after I completed it, just stay tuned to the end. But I'm putting it at the end so people that are not interested can just click out and be done. The first book that I read, I was finishing it up from a buddy read with Allie from Mrs. Dunn Reads. So I finished Want to Watch by Kate Stayman London. I loved this book. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. I have a full spoiler vlog coming on August 1st. So if you're interested in all of my spoilery thoughts, stay tuned for that. Next up, I read My Sister the Serial Killer, and I read this for Read a Book Set Outside Your Country. This one was set in Nigeria, and I thought it was just very interesting. I don't think that the setting had like a huge role to play, but maybe that's just me as a white reader reviewer not really recognizing that stuff. I really liked this one. I ended up rating it 3 out of 5 stars. The next book I attempted to read for several of the challenges was The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I ended up DNFing this book, even though it's really short. I did read 36 pages of it, but it was going really slow and it wasn't like immediately pulling me in, and I just have to realize that I shouldn't have to force myself to read books. So I did end up DNFing in this, but it was for the birthstone, for the first book I touched and everything like that. So I didn't check off any of those challenges. Well, except for, you know, we'll get to the challenge in a second. Okay, next up I read Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I really liked the beginning half of this. I really liked the eerie vibes, the unsettling feeling, and then the actual plot took hold and I really didn't like it at all. I thought it was like kind of a cheap cop-out. I've seen it before. I wasn't really scared. I didn't really like the characters. So I ended up rating this 2 out of 5 stars. And because I did want another horror book, I picked up the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and this counts for the. I really did like this. I rated it 4 stars, but it's a very close to 5-star read for me. I wasn't scared, I will say that. I think that I have realized a couple of things through this readathon that I'm gonna save for a the reasons why horror doesn't work for me type video coming sometime, like eventually maybe. It just, I don't know, I just enjoyed it so much. I really liked the writing, but I will say that there were a couple of things that rubbed me wrong, and that will that's why I bumped it down to a 4 stars instead of a full 5 stars. Plus there is a really good review on Goodreads that I'm gonna link down below for this book that they rated it like 1 star. They hated it because of all of the things. I didn't rate it that low, obviously, because I don't know. I will link that review down below and you can make your own decisions. Next up, I read The Ex by Alifair Burke. This is my first Alifair Burke book, and this is a thriller. It has like lawyery bits in, but it's more of like a domestic thriller because it deals with a woman who's a lawyer defending her ex-fiance. They're mowing outside. Of course they are. Anyway, I really did like this, but I just thought that the beginning was like more interesting than the ending. The ending was a little bit predictable, and yeah, so I think in a month, if you ask me about this book, I really won't like remember too much about it. It's one of those kind of like forgettable books. It's not really going to stick with me. So I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, but I will definitely be picking up more from this author in the future. Finished out yesterday with reading the last 3 Babysitter's Club books that I have. So I have, oh, they're not in order. I have Christy's Big Day, which really just talks about the leading up to her mom getting remarried to this guy named Watson, and Christy and the babysitters end up watching like 14 kids for like a week solid, and they make like over $1,000 like collectively. Yeah, they're just watching like Friends of the Family and stuff like that while the adults like set up for the wedding. So that was really good. And then the next one I read is Claudia and Mean Janine, and Claudia is more of like a free spirit. She's not really great with school. She's more artistic. She likes mysteries. She likes junk food. And her sister, her older sister Janine, is like a literal genius, and they just don't always see eye to eye. But I think that Claudia comes to like recognize some things that happens in here, and things happen with her grandmother that make her like reevaluate things and stuff like that. So I really like that one. And then I finished out with Boy Crazy Stacy, and this one was really cute. Marianne and Stacy help a family, the Pikes. They go on their summer vacation and they have 8 kids, so they brought 2 babysitters along with them as like mother's helpers. So it's kind of like about their job, kind of, you know, doing that, but also like their summer in this like town, and there's like, you know, beach boys and stuff like that. So it's really kind of cute. I really liked it.